Hello friends, so I just got back from a really fun trip in the Caribbean. Actually, through my work, I received a vacation package for me and my fiancée, and I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty awesome. Lots of stops to hang out on the beach, lots of sunshine, and lots of karaoke nights. But also, it was full of surprises. Perhaps actually, the biggest surprise was, well, I met a lot of locals while I was down there. And believe it or not a single one of them was a cannibal. Now I know, that statement might in itself come off as quite surprising, or even perhaps offensive, but hear me out. As a fan of etymology, I couldn't help but remember the origin of the word cannibal throughout my Caribbean adventure, and as such, I was half expecting to encounter a cannibal around every corner, given of course, that back in the day, apparently, the region was full of them. Just ask Christopher Columbus. Perhaps unsurprisingly, he was basically one of the first to spread that rumor. When he arrived in the region that is today known as the Caribbean, back in 1492, he met members of a peaceful tribe called Arawaks, who spoke a now extinct language called Taino. Now of course, there was a language barrier while he communicated with them, but from what he understood, the Arawaks were just one of the tribes in the region. Apparently, there was another one close by, called the Cariba, from the root word caripona, who hailed from the Lesser Antilles, a little farther south. Wait, thought Columbus, the Cariba, as in kanniba? Oh, they must be descendants of the great Khan, as in Genghis Khan. Because after all, he thought, we're in Asia, right? Well, not quite. Of course, over time, Columbus discovered that he was definitely not in Asia, and learned that these kanniba, with an N, as he now called them, were, by all accounts, quite ferocious, unlike their mild-mannered Arawak neighbors. In fact, from what he understood, they were so ferocious that they were known to eat all those who wandered into their territory, and so the reputation of these kanniba spread over the years, and generations of Spanish speakers began using this word, first used by Columbus, to describe any individual who did what the kanniba were known to do, that is, eat people. And so, over the centuries, the reputation of these feared kannibales and their savage behavior spread from Spanish to many other languages throughout Europe and beyond, making it all the way to Malaysia and Indonesia, for example. Of course, there is no evidence that they, or any of their descendants who now live in the region named after them, that is, the Caribbean, ever actually did anything like that, back in the day, and definitely not now. And my trip to the Caribbean this past month, well, it was a blast, and I saw absolutely no trace of the supposedly carnivorous past of any of the locals. They were so welcoming and friendly. Oh, and the food over there was just delicious. I can't describe the flavor exactly. Something about it was just so savory and crunchy and... wait. Well, in any case, thanks for watching.